Hello YouTube. Sorry I haven't made a video in a while. Having issues with camera work and everything. I bought a new camera and ended up deleting everything. So I'm trying out a different one today. It's a little fancier, so I have restored that R400 I made a video on a few months ago. It is done. Completely restored. It's actually been to a couple shows already. And it runs and drives. I've won a few awards with it. So I'm ready starting on a new project. It's the same year. It's a narrow track though. The R400 was a wide track, 19 inch. This one's a 15-inch track. It's a 1971 skiroule sx-440. So it has slide suspension, no bogies. All slide suspension, which is really cool. It's kind of unique. Sax engine, 440. The other one had a 400 CCW. This one has a 440 sax, which is a lot more powerful. And what I've been doing to it, I took it all apart. Everything's off of it, stripped right down. It only took me a few days to do that. Right now I'm doing some welding. You can see a little bit there. I had to weld on a new spring on the bottom end of it. Looks like I might have to do a little bit there maybe. Couple cracks. There's actually a few cracks. There's 4 of them I think altogether. I got 2 more left to MIG weld. I've been MIG welding them. And use the sanding disc on the grinder, 60 grit. Might move up to an 80 grit maybe. And I got a sandblast. I got to pound a ton of dents out in this thing. I've owned this for a few years, this sled. It's been inside my shed. It's been waiting. Now it's time for it to be worked on and restored. I got a good old dent right there, right in the front, right there. I got a pound. I started pounding out a bunch yesterday. I still got a bunch more. Overall, this is not rotted out. There's no, just surface rust. I mean, there might be a little bit. Right there's a hole there, but I think I might be able to tack that in there. Clean it up and tack it in there. I just might sandblast it, then tack it in, because you can't really weld on top of rust. I've just been using a wire wheel going over it. Can't really sandblast right now because it's really windy out right now and it's been raining. And sandblaster does not like humidity. So, yeah. Got this done. I also got a couple days ago. Get over here. This is part of the suspension right here. I gotta sandblast this. I got a guy that's power coating all the suspension in black pieces for me for the slides, so I gotta get that one done and sandblast the rest of this one. So these aluminum rods that go through the sides, that's the suspension. Like this one's for the bogies. It has a little bend in it, and it's kind of wore out. This one holds on to 2 bogies on the top side of the tunnel that help the track guide the track. And all the rest of these are like for the slide suspension. Everything's all bent and this one's all gouged and everything. So I got a bunch of new ones made. Those short little guys. All brand new, tapped with new bolts. Big shaft. All brand new. Smaller shaft to connect all the bogies. All redone. New hardware. Got it from the machine shop a few days ago. There's no bearing in there. And old rods here. They're right here is all worn right down. If I would have put these back in here, like this one's really bad. I don't know if the camera can pick it up. It's pretty bad. All right here is all willowed down. Yep. If I would have put these back in here, they would have broke. They're all bent. It's like you might as well just get it done if you're doing it right. Store it all properly. Costs a few bucks, but if you're gonna do it once, you might as well do it right. I've done it on my R400, and I'm glad I did it because they were all bent anyways. So, got that done. Somewhat. This is all done. Just waiting for a guy to start painting. Got a bunch of other stuff here. Top table sandblasted like the clutch. Second primary clutch and all the weights in there sandblasted. Front and rear drive shafts, brake pads, springs for the ski spindles. Front drivers, I stripped them. Both drivers. I'm going to get them relined from a guy that does them out in the States. These ones are, that's something I really regret doing on my R400. I should have got these relined, but I didn't think about it. I thought they'd be fine. I wish I did it, because I ripped these off with a pair of pump pliers. They just broke right off. They're so brittle. The rear ones, well, I don't think they're relined these. They're just rubber. Those are hard plastic. These are rubber. These don't really do much. They just follow behind, so they still feel rubber. I got a new old stock one of them. But if I had a second one, I'd use them. Maybe I'll just try looking for one. Some more of this primary clutch. The secondary clutch, I have a part. There's a bearing on the other half sleeve. I'm waiting for that to get back from the machine shop. They're trying to pull out the needle bearing out of there. It is so stuck in there. They're still working on it for a week. So I'm hoping they get it off, or else they're going to have to cut it. There's a seal behind it that I need to get a new seal. And yeah, just a bunch of random black stuff. I'll start painting. This is part of the hood. It's bent. I'm going to have to take it on the anvil and pound it out. That's nothing. Or just find another one. I don't really care. These new rubber grips on the side tunnels there that you put your feet on when you're standing. I got to get those reproduced. The guy that used to reproduce them stopped doing everything. He sold out. I got his last set. So, on the R400 skiroule. So the sx-440, I got to get new ones. These ones are not bad, but they're all cracked up. They're all dirty. I was talking to the guy that also is going to redo my liners. I've been talking about getting these remade, a couple skiroule collectors also. And they was asking for these set because they're in on bad shape, but we'll see. Not for a few months. Probably when I send these in, I'll ask him again if he wants these. I don't know. I would love to get a new set of these. For the chrome stuff, I got all the chrome except the good front bumper. I gotta find a new front bumper for this sled. The chrome is all ripped off of it, unless I get it painted. There's a guy that paints chrome. I gotta figure out what I should do for that. I'm not quite sure. The rear grab I can redo. The steering wheel, I need that too actually. I might have another one kicking back there. It needs a good cleaning. The bumperettes, I could probably find something. I don't know, I still got to rip into the motor. I haven't done the motor yet. I haven't even looked at the motor. So, I'd go outside today, take a look. I might just go to the shed there and show you what's all going on there. Just kind of an update. I'll go back in the shed there and take a look. Alright, in the back shed here. If you guys are familiar with this sled, this is the RTX 340. 1974 skiroule, electric start. I got the electric start all ran wired. I think the last video I made on this was when I did the suspension work. And while I'm having issues with the coils because I need new coils, and someone hooked up the manual pole, so I converted it back to electric, and they somehow switched the coils out. So kind of a standstill waiting for coils. Asking a few people around, it doesn't seem like getting much of an answer. I rebuilt the motor and put new pistons in it a couple months ago, so because I had low compression. It's been a pain in the butt, this sled. It's really nice too. Oh, I just want to ride it. Make a good vintage rider for a couple shows. And that one back there, that's the R400. It's all restored. I'm not going to take the tarp off. I don't feel like to. I might include a video or picture with this video. Track back there for the sx-440. Special one for the slide. Here's the hood for the sx-440 I'm restoring right now. Has a lot of spider cracks, so I'm going to have to grind that all out. I did a bunch of fiberglass work in the inside where it was broken. I still might have to do a little more. I was doing back like a month ago I was doing that. Snow jet. I got a funny story on this one. So, since I'm out of work right now because of this virus, so I've been filling with these sleds, and then one day I was like, I should start this one. I've been having issues with it. It always floods itself out. Never figured out why. I've owned this sled for 2 years. Could not figure out why it flood out. And I kept on doing it. And I had it running, and I was driving it, and it always backfire, sputter, kill spark plug, whatever. Then I found out it isn't like NGK spark plugs, it likes Champion plugs. It doesn't burn those ones out as quickly, but it was still having issues. So one day, it's like I was taking a look at it. I knew it wasn't returning because it has a return, the inlet line coming in for fuel for the Tillotson carburetor, and has the outlet line go back to the tank for the excess fuel. It didn't seem like, I remember a while back, it didn't seem like it was pumping the excess fuel back, but I wasn't quite sure. Because everything is all rebuilt in this carburetor. I was like, there's something wrong, so I went to check if I had the in-tank weights wrong, like if I had the weight on the other side on the outlet inside the jerry can, and I took it off there. I popped off the outlet one that goes into the tank there, and there's 3 different spots on it to hook into the tank there, and I hooked it onto the spot that was blank for the outlet. So I put it on a hole that was covered from factory, so there's no way it was pumping fuel back in the tank, so it was trying to burn all the excess fuel. Always wondered why this thing was easy to start, because it was always had too much fuel in it. So I fixed that and it runs like a champ. So I drove it a bunch here at the end of the year here, because it's really nice outside. It's windy. It's really windy and rainy out today. The sun finally came out, but I drove it the last month or month and a half of winter. Probably month. I did good, but I need new drivers for it. I think I broke the back ones pretty good. Oh, yeah, there's only a couple chunks left on the back ones. Front and back drivers that are same. I need a new seat cover and probably should put crank seals in it. Needs new bulbs all around. I blew a voltage regulator last year. It's the first time I've really driven it. And I like this sled actually. It's really nice. It's a nice ride. So I gotta redo the suspension one of these days. So yeah, kind of happy I figured that issue out. I was always baffled by it. So the simplest things, all I had to do was drill it out. Just drilled it out. One dirt bike, I made a video about that a while back. Still going. Yeah, I bought a few other sleds. I bought one more sled. I got a couple more I got to pick up here. I got 2 other sleds, so something to keep forward to in videos. I'm going to try to make more videos now since I figured out my camera issue. The only thing I really have issues with is my editing videos. But I think I might have figured that one out too. So yeah, so I'll make a video on another sled, another RTX I picked up a few months ago. It's a really nice sled. It's nicer than the RTX sitting in here. It's having the shed. It runs really good. It's a unique sled too, so I'll have to show you on it. And I got 2 more sleds I'm picking up here in the next week or so, and I gotta pick up an engine from a buddy for my S300. So yeah, more videos to come. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you like what you see. I'm gonna try to keep more videos going. Probably going to do some more welding on that sx-440, but no fun in showing you guys welding. I might just show you guys progress I make on it. So yeah, thanks.